Hello, I'm Juliette Sali. In this week's edition of IG Macro Intelligence, we take a deep dive into ResMed. ResMed beat market expectations with its fourth quarter numbers. Revenue in the quarter increasing by 9% to $1.2 billion US. On a constant currency basis, revenue was up 10%, earnings per share coming in at $1.98 US. Mask sales saw a 15% increase compared to last year, driven by successful resupply programs and strong demand. ResMed hit a one-year high on the ASX earlier in the week despite the global market sell-off, and technical data from ASX Trade Match shows that ResMed is in a long-term bullish pattern, with the 5-day moving average of the stock price above the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average trending higher. Now, shares in both Australia and the US have risen close to 75% over the past 5 years. They're up 30% since when ResMed was hit by short sellers a year ago, worried that the take-up of weight loss drugs would lessen demand for its sleep apnea devices. Well, when addressing the so-called elephant in the room, ResMed CEO Mick Farrell told AusBiz he sees the threat posed by the weight loss drugs as an opportunity.
It's more of an opportunity than a threat. I look at our study now. We're following 811,000 patients who have a GLP-1 prescription and then get a prescription for positive airway pressure therapy. And what we're seeing across that cohort of 811,000 patients is we're seeing more patients starting PAP, more patients being there at 1 year, and more patients being there at 2 years.
On Monday, when equity markets sold off across the globe on recession fears, the ASX-listed shares of ResMed were the best performer on the market, rising as much as 7%, their highest level in a year. Analysts now scrambling to re-rate the stock after its fourth quarter results. JP Morgan lifting its price target on the medical equipment maker to $37 from $34.50. The broker sees 20% earnings per share growth for ResMed as strong mask sales, rising prices and operating efficiencies continue. Macquarie lists the stock as outperform, and it expects existing patients to represent around 80% of total mask and accessories revenue. Ord Minnett has kept its rating at accumulate but increased its target price to $35.40 from $33 due to ResMed's 3% increase in earnings per share forecast for full year 25 and full year 26. And that is your IG Macro Intelligence for this week. We'll see you next week.